Hi there, you're at the Nervos CKB Wyckoff technical analysis session. So we'll look at where CKB is heading given it has passed the sign of strength period like when we analyzed 2 weeks ago. So now it's time to go back and check where it is in terms of like the accumulation stage and whether it's ready for a price surge to a new distribution cycle. So let's take a look. Here, this is the weekly chart. As usual, that's where we always start with because that's more important. The macro is more important as it drives the micro. So the SOS was what I mentioned just now, and from here we can see this red key level at 0.005, and as of this moment, over the past 4 weeks, including this week, with just 20 hours left, the price has been pretty stable above this red line. And also, if we look at the volume, we see it drastically decreased over the past 2 weeks, especially. So it has gone back to the period from mid-April all the way to end June. I would say that may be a good sign for the bulls because that means it's stabilizing and it's at a point higher than both the selling climax as well as the second test. So those 2 points were set during late March and mid-June. So if this continues, this may well be a backup or LPS being developed. So backup or last point of support. So if that happens, that means it's very close to a new distribution cycle going to happen. But as of now, it's too early to determine or declare whether this is the case because there's still chance, even less likely given what I have described about the volume, that it comes down and retests the selling climax level. But that's a less likely scenario. But less likely doesn't mean impossible, so I'll have to tell you that. More likely is this one, so I'll keep it here. In 2 weeks time when we come back, let's see whether the price will get into distribution cycle, because as of now this is the Bollinger Band Kotner squeeze indicator where the purple lines, whenever it gets very close to the orange or inside the orange, that means a squeeze is happening. And when the squeeze happens, that means there will be quite significant price move coming. So let me give you an example. Over here you see this, although it's not like vertical, it's a bit like slanted. We see this drastic price move. Likewise here, when we had that squeeze back in September last year, that was where the big price move came. You can find many different examples even here, that prolonged period of squeeze that led to the distributions back in February till May, not May, April 2024. So here, looking at where we are now, we are seeing a squeeze that started back in mid-July. So we are 5 weeks into the squeeze already. So last time it took way longer. So the squeeze happened somewhere September 2023 all the way into here. So 140 days into January 2024. This time, hopefully, it doesn't have to take that long. So we're already like how many? 28 days in. So hopefully it will happen sooner, and that we don't have to wait another 100 days. So that's a macro picture. So there's something that has been built up already. It's just a matter of time when the big price move comes. So having said that, let's take a look at the micro, the daily. So because we're only covering these every 2 weeks, even though last time I put in these tags, it has happened 2 times already for sign of weakness. So one time here, and then another time just on Friday, yesterday. So here, obviously there's an LPSY. Actually, you can consider that's 2 over there. You see two peaks over there. But I already mentioned a lot of times, to put Wyckoff analysis into a daily chart, it's going to be crazy and very busy. So I'm not going to tag every single peak. You can tell these are 2 LPSYs over there. So after this sign of weakness, but still staying above the yellow, not yellow, the red key level, there is a chance, especially when we have already checked there's a squeeze. Now it has a squeeze in both weekly and daily time frame. So when the price move eventually happens, the likelihood, because of where we are now in terms of weekly, the likelihood of this shooting up to an up thrust after distribution, or an up thrust, because this is questionable, as the wick at the buying climax was higher than this, so maybe this is only a second test. What we're going to see would be the actual up thrust. So I'll put an up thrust and a question mark over here. Remember I said this squeeze may happen for a period, but from here we can more or less say it has been 8 days already that we entered the squeeze. So it can be any time that the price starts to have drastic movements. So I've mentioned going this way is more likely. Going this way is still possible, but less likely. So whether you are a bull or a bear, remember after you put in your order, stop loss. Yeah, as simple as that. So by next time I come back to this in 2 weeks, I believe that price move will have already happened. So let's see which side we're celebrating with, the bulls or the bears. Let me know what you think.